Welcome to my stream. I, the Great Licorice, welcome all you followers to my domain. As you can tell, my voice is shot. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I cannot. Yeah, I thought maybe I could have just, No, part of me thinks that, I may have, like, lost my voice 100%. I wonder if I should just increase the volume of my mic here temporarily. Because I'm not sure if you guys can hear me even if I am close to the mic right now. But yes. For the most part, I blame FanFest for having me lose my voice. Ugh, not done. I've been hydrating a lot more than usual, especially since like where FanFest was located, it was so damn hot. Like, holy shit. I thought my state would be bad, even though like we don't have like, well, so far we still have August, September, and maybe October to eye on. But for the most part, like we haven't had like any heat waves, and there haven't been any reports of wildfires to hear of, or at least I'm not paying too close attention. But God, the temperature over where FanFest was just yeesh. It was triple digits during the day. At night, yes, the heat went down, but like barely. And you know, it's not like between switching between like going outside and going into either like the convention center and the hotel room, which those places from inside were blasting on the AC. Yeah, no, that, you know, the constant fluctuating temperatures and, you know, lots of screaming / fangirling. As a result of that, my voice is totally done. Oh god. Okay. I know I haven't made tea for myself yet for this thing, but I have been taking like sore throat medicine and all that, just in case. No, I should definitely get around to making that tea. As a result of this throat, for today, we're just going to have like a chatting stream. At first, let me go ahead and hydrate a little bit. This. There you go. Like, I was able to tolerate the hot weather over there, but yeah, no. It's just like, dear Square Enix, if you're gonna have FanFest, you know, because like FanFest happens like every maybe 2 to 3 years, due to like, because of the major expansions happening in FF14. Like for this year, it is patch 7.0. I can imagine patch 8 would probably be, yeah, it's enough time for 2 to 3 years, I would have to say. Because like Endwalker was around 2021, and that's when FanFest went digital at the time, because of the whole, you know, the big C still happening and all that. Oh god. Yeah, I think my voice is gonna be like this for the majority of the week if I have to say so myself. Oh, maybe I should raise the volume a little bit higher. just in case y'all aren't able to hear me. So with that in mind, let's see. Something like this for now. At least until everything gets sorted. Oh wait, maybe I should probably put it as negative 1.5s in case I accidentally blast your ears. I'm sorry. Rage face activated. That's not good. There you go. No, because like every time I type in numbers that are above the letters, that's where I usually put. Like I put my my expressions toggles there, as well as the numbered keyboard on the far on that numbered keyboard, as well as the numbered keyboard on the far right. And now this tells me, like, note to self, I may need to get a separate small keyboard for my model toggles. Yeah, I may actually need to consider doing that. But also, you know, I have to like rearrange my desk. Secondly, because y'all know my existence about my 2D model as well, I need to set up the thing that's gonna prop up my phone, since I'm gonna be using that for tracking. And also, yeah, I need to also sync to VTube Studio on the PC as well. There's that too. Because yeah, you can't have one without the other, I think, unless you're planning to use VTube Studio with the webcam, which I heard is also a good option to do. Kinda like what I'm doing with my 3D model right now. I'm using the webcam for it in order for it to like move around and whatnot. But yeah. So, weather aside, FanFest was fun. Mind you, this is my first FanFest. Or technically it may be my second, because when Walker released, I was able to see digital FanFest. But no, really, this would be my official first FanFest to go in person, is what it is. Like it was a lot of fun. Like I got to hang out with, as you may have seen one of my tweets, I got to hang out with an old friend that I haven't seen in quite a bit. You know Faith, guys. Sometimes I do rate her, but lately she told me that she hasn't been streaming lately because it sounds like her PC needs to be updated. And now that FF14's 7.0 patch it has been announced, they did, during the whole presentation bit, they did tell us like how much how much data is gonna be, like how much data would be put in there for installation, all that stuff. And Faith's setup, yeah, I think she'll need to upgrade a good chunk of her PC, if not like build an entirely new PC altogether. For mine, I think for my setup, I think I can handle, Logarith the PC, Logarith the PC setup can handle things, because she's still a beefy PC. But Bus and I talked, and I think he may actually give me his graphics card to exchange for the one I currently have right now. Number one, so that even more power, especially when I catch up to that point. But no, the patches will be integrated regardless of what part of FF14 you're in. So I need to prepare for that. Still I'm not too worried, but at the same time, if I'm going, because of being at FanFest now, I really want to get back into playing 14 again. The reason why I ended up stopping was because, well, first off, I didn't want you guys to get bored. It always, you know, it always makes me worried about how I might bore you guys with certain things. And my plan this time around is to like play the main story of 14 on here. While off stream, I'm gonna go grind. But there are certain side quests I want to do on stream, like for example, the Hildebrand quest, because that too has now been I believe that too has now been confirmed to be in 7.0 / it's called Dawn Trail actually. Yeah. Like they already announced the name of the expansion. It's called Dawn Trail, and yep, it takes place after the events of Endwalker. So with that in mind, I will go back into 14. I will go ahead and go back into 14. I'm just questioning when I should do it. Maybe I should do it while I guess once I go ahead and re-debut my my 2D model, maybe. Probably somewhere around that time, either during or like a little bit after the re-debut. But it makes me laugh that, well, actually no, day 1 wasn't so bad, but day 2 of FanFest, it really reminded me of LineCon a la Anime Expo. Like friends and I were joking about how this is like cardio part 1 and cardio part 2, because we were led on about through the convention center. Then at some point we ended up waiting for a while, so we just sat around, sat while we were in line, and I was trying to make new friends and all that. So I was just like, oh god. This reminds me of Anime Expo all over again in terms of like the wait. Overall, wasn't too bad, I think. I feel like when Anime Expo had shit happen, like it actually took quite some time. At least by the time we got in line on day 2 for FanFest, we were already in the building, and so we were led to go, like, the line just snaked itself all around inside the convention before we actually got into like the main hall and all that. That just made me laugh a little bit. Also, I got to meet one of my VTubing siblings on my 2D mama's side. I actually had no idea she was attending FanFest myself until like the day I left on Wednesday. Like I was talking about, it's gonna be weird not streaming for the rest of the week because I'm prepping for a con and blah blah blah. One of the other sips were like, "Where are you going?" If you don't mind me asking, I was like, "I was going to FanFest," and then the VTubing sibling I met, she's like, "Oh my god, I'm going too." We actually met up. Hold on. Let me get her handle because I kind of want to shout her out a little bit. So oops. Oh, there you go. See? It appears that she was, actually she was streaming last night now that I look into her profile, so I'm just like, oh god. I commend her for having the strength to, go stream after everything, so it's just like, oh god. Yeah, like her name is Lady Luna C. Button. There you go. She's really nice. I am happy to have met her. There's one other Luna that I did not get to meet. I actually missed her on the second day because she was hanging around the battle challenge that FanFest was having. Luna Chihuyu. She streams FF14 a lot. So she streams other things, but she mainly plays 14 a lot, and I believe she also plays Star Rail as well. Yeah, sadly I didn't get to meet her, and I felt like I just missed her then on day 2. So basically what the battle challenge was, we had to fight in an FF14 trial. I believe this will come in the newer patches, I think like patch 6.5 I think, or something like that. So we were in a team of 8. Let's see, Faith, and apart from me, Faith, and Boss, we had 5 other people in line who eventually got contact info from, because I'll have to tell you a story about that in a bit. We were teamed up with 5 other people, and so whatever PCs we selected at the time and all that, they already had like the different jobs on what to pick. So our other teammates had already discussed who would heal, like who would tank / be the DPS. Well, what happened there? Faith was sitting next to me. She ended up being Reaper, which is not of the job class that she's too experienced in as much, but she could make it work. For me, I ended up being in the White Mage class, which is something she specializes in. I believe her main classes tend to be, from what I've observed, and when I actually catch her streams, whether I'm streaming or not, she seems to be more in the healing classes, like mainly like White Mage and I think Astrologian. Boss luckily got to sit at a PC where he could play the Samurai class because he plays that a lot. Initially he wanted to go for Gunbreaker, but one of our other teammates took that. Hello. Oh, hello, Dushe. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Apologies if my voice sounds like this, but yeah, my voice is like totally shot. Between con weather and me screaming too much due to fangirling, as much as possible, I'm trying to keep my voice to a minimum so I don't kill it. Oh my god, I feel like I almost just lost my completely lost it when I came back last night, when I came back home and all that. And I need to drink tea later, and I also need to get another third drop, third medicine and all that. So yeah, we were playing in the battle challenge, and I, for the life of me, because I did not play for FF14 too long, Faith had to give me a basic rundown on what to do with White Mage, because she was setting herself up in Reaper, and then she ended up setting up my settings in White Mage and what she would usually do, and she would give me a brief rundown what everything does. Then when we went into the trial battle, I think I died 3 times or some shit like that. I was trying my best to heal. She basically set one setting to when I need to heal, and then in another setting, she was configuring on when a White Mage has to be a DPS White Mage. I didn't want to focus on the DPSing too much. I wanted to focus on healing, which I tried as much as I could. I tried to dodge the enemy hits. I tried to heal up our teammates whenever I can. However, she had to take the controller away from me quickly to have me heal myself. Because yeah, I was on the verge of dying, and I saw what spell that she had casted. So I'm other than that one time when she needed to have me heal myself, I tried to focus on healing everyone else. We actually won the trial first try as well. Like, this isn't even like the savage or extreme levels of trials. This was like a normal trial altogether, and I'm just like, I have a long way to go. And 14. Like, all in all, I'm still kind of a total noob and all that. But yeah. Let's see here. There are some other things too, like for example, you know, we had to collect like badges of places, like places that were in FF14. Collect badges of that. Then there are 6 quests that we had to do. You know, like how you would do like a quest in FF14, like a side quest. That was fun. No, that was fun as well. Then we got to go like through the panels, like what was it? The keynote panel, which talked about the expansion Dawn Trail. The live letter panel. I believe that's supposed to be what to expect in like 6.5 onwards. And we got through a panel where, let's see, one panel was talking about like, I guess you could say like an annotated Endwalker, which was led by the writer Ishikawa Natsuko-san. Let's see, for the keynote and the live letter, of course, Yoshi P was involved with those. We had a localization panel, which involved those who did the localization. Localization for 14, including the localization head/supervisor Koji Fox. We also had like a cosplay runway kind of thing. Like the cosplayers in 14 got to show off their FF14 cosplay. There were a lot of really good cosplays. Made me want to return to you know, it got me thinking at the back of my mind. Well, since the Big C still exists, and the Big C exists, and we need to like slow down and all that. You know, things were like a rather big adjustment and all that. So, as a result, I have not cosplayed for a long time. I think the last time I cosplayed properly was around like what, 2019, I think. Yeah, literally a month/year before the pandemic happened. Seeing a lot of FF14 cosplayers made me think like, man, I kind of miss cosplay, even though I now do. You know, I've never done it professionally. I've always done it casually. So it's just like, maybe want to cosplay at least like 1 or 2 14 characters, and then was thinking who to cosplay in FF16 and all that. The vast majority were like FF14 cosplayers, but I did see some other cosplayers as well from Final Fantasy. Like I spotted a Jill cosplayer, I spotted a Tifa cosplayer and all that. And again, the majority of cosplayers from FF14, because of course this is a FF14 con. So hold on, go ahead and drink. So at the end of day 1 and day 2, after we got through the activities and the panels, we had 2 concerts. Well, there was 3, but I didn't get to go because we had to, like, you know, I had to like travel back and everything, you know, travel back home. So day 1 was a piano concert. you know, when certain pieces were played. Like, you know, I believe we had like 3 sets of music. Like, so 9 songs in total. One of them had me laugh so hard because, let's see, Keiko-san, the pianist. So there's this thing that Soken, who's the music director in 14, and of course being the main composer and all that. There's this ongoing joke since maybe like the first FanFest and all that, where, you know, you play a piece, like you play an FF14 music piece, then all of a sudden Soken is going to come out, bust out his automaton and start playing the pieces that way. And so it happened this FanFest as well. It happened in the digital FanFest, but you know, that was, you know, it was sad because, like, due to the fact we all couldn't be there in person. It was just him and Keiko-san. So for the memes... Wait, I need to look at the proper title of the song. Because for the memes, it's called Lahi. Lahi. Oh god, that was great. The great thing about this was that while we were watching this like live, you know, while we were watching this like virtually. So okay. So the song is actually called Civilizations, which is the theme of the Raktika Greatwood, which is a place in FF14. And so while Keiko is playing the piano, Zoken is using his automaton and is singing, because the track has lyrics. What made me laugh the entire time was, apart from him being silly like that, Keiko was having a straight face this whole time. And she was just, as if she was like just trying not to laugh. So you know, fast forward to where we are from FanFest this past weekend. There's a track in 14, like somewhere in Endwalker, that was playing, and she was playing it, but the moment she stopped, that signaled Soka to be on stage, and man, I was like laughing my ass off and screaming so much because of how hilarious it was. I'm like, oh no, like the moment she stopped before Soka like appeared down there, I'm like, oh no, here it is. Here it comes. Here we go. I laughed at that. I was like laughing so hard at that track. Like, oh god, we get to experience the thing at last. Now, if I recall correctly, there should be a video on YouTube that there was this one like the reason why Shogun starts playing on the automaton when it comes to shit like this is because there was a fan. I don't know when this was. Maybe it was back in 2016 and stuff. Like before FanFest blew up to what it is now, because back then FanFest was still like small and all that. So there's this female fan where she actually introduced him to the automaton, and because of this, he just ran with it. He experimented playing with the automatons and all that, and then he just ran with it as a running joke and all that. Oh my god. Now we're just like, oh my, it's like, so it's your fault that he started these shenanigans, and we just love him for it. Oh god. Just thinking about it still makes me laugh. So, you know, there are emotional pieces as well during the piano concert. The last song, though, that was played, I did not expect that to be the last song. I knew it was gonna be in at some point, but I didn't know where its placement was. So when it was revealed to be the last song, like, holy shit. Lots of crying. lots of crying occurred. Ah. You know, there's some emotional pieces that just hit you, but that particular one, holy shit. I was, you know, I could not stop crying during that time. And Amanda, she has a very diverse voice range. So to hear her sing some of the FF14 songs live, I was like, holy shit. I actually forgot that she could actually do that. So this was on last Friday. So then Saturday comes, and we had, like everything else, we had like a concert at the end. This time it was focused on Soken's band, The Primals. That was a hell of a good time. But there were 3 songs that were not only put in together in a set, but they were like emotional too. So it's like, that's just evil, making us cry for like what, 9 minutes and all that other shit. Oh, hi Cookie, hello. Welcome to the stream, how are you? And yeah, no, my voice is shot from screaming too much. Actually, there's a story there. While we were waiting for the Primals to play on Saturday, that was my first time entering a mosh pit. Like, I got stuck with Boss and another friend who streams, Brickscale. He was cosplaying. He was cosplaying a FF14 character that has a prominent role and all that. So the 3 of us, we actually were at almost the front, but there was still like a lot of people surrounding us in front of us and behind us, so it was just... I mean, I was excited, but I was scared too because it was the first time being in a mosh pit, and I'm like, oh god damn it, I'm too short for these things. Like, my feelings were fluctuating of being excited and then being scared. So I was like, oh god, no, someone help. Let's see, do you like Pokemon and cute things? Yeah, I do. Why, what's up? But it was great to hear the Primals live too, so that was fun. Other concert that I didn't get to go to on Sunday because I had to return then, it was called the Eorzean Symphony. I'm pretty sure there are some songs from both the piano and Primals concert that were being played in there, but they were being mixed with other songs that weren't being played in the other 2 concerts. Like, I had to glean around for information, like mainly around Twitter. Sounds like, yeah, there had been some songs in between that were not being played during the piano concert and the Primals concert. So yeah. So I posted a pic in the Arch share, and it just looks awesome in every way. Oh, I see. Glad to hear about this too. Let's see this. No, like, I had to look over something first, but holy shit. Gosh, my poor throat. But if I have this much energy to stream a bit, then I can deal with this. I just need to get more tea. I'm not gonna do it like if I go and break or whatever. I will just go ahead and make this tea after stream. I just can't. Well, at the very least, I could grab some like throat medicine and all that too. You know, during the times where I will need to take a break here and there. Other than that, yeah. Do you think Pikachus should eat lollipops? Of course I can. They do, you know, they deserve a bit of a treat every now and then. But as a result of me being in this two-day con, yeah, my legs and feet are killing me. Probably because of also standing around during the Primals concert while they were like busy setting up too. I mean, I did sit at one point. I did, but yeah, my legs and feet are still feeling it up until now. It was also fun. It was also fun going out of the events as well. Let me see. Well, first off, on the first day after the piano concert, Boss and I had dragged Faith to In-N-Out because, you know, Faith comes from the East Coast. So she said this will be the first time of her trying it. So I'm like, you know, this is one of the things I've always wanted to do to you if you were to fly out here out west. So we send her off to, we were eating In-N-Out for dinner at that time. And yeah, she gave it a fair rating. She said she gave it like an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. And that was good to hear. And on day 2 of the Primals concert, because I was eating so lightly during that time on Saturday, I ended up going to Korean barbecue out for dinner. Not only with her, but 2 other friends of hers who I now have as new friends. They played together with her on FF14. So the five of us went out to Korean barbecue for dinner. One of them has had Korean barbecue for the first time, so I'm like, ooh, okay. Alright, so let's get some pieces that we know from experience on what to eat, because we know these things are good. Like brisket, and they slice pork belly and all the other stuff. So what are we gaming today? We're not gaming today, we're just going to be here to chat. If anyone has missed out at the beginning of the stream, my voice is shot to all hell. Therefore I was thinking to myself last night, like, at the very least I want to do a chatting stream just to catch up with I wanted to do a chatting stream to catch up with everybody, what happened in FanFest last week, and all that. So now, yeah, I got to make new friends. Glad that I was able to see Faith. But the funny thing here is that after we went to Korean barbecue and separated for the night, like, when I first came to Vegas before Faith flew in, Abbas and I were walking around in terms of like, settling down in our hotel rooms and generally getting our tickets to FanFest and all the other stuff. So we were pretty much in other hotels too. Like, we already had one we were staying in, but we were allowed to go into like other hotels as well in case we need to go eat and all that. Because for context, in Las Vegas, when you go over there, it's not like you'll be able to get into a mall or anything. Like, a lot of the eateries and stuff, they're into the hotels themselves. The hotels kind of act like as a mall where you find stuff to eat, stuff to go to shopping to, and all the other stuff. FanFest, what's that? It's a con centered around FF14, which comes around every 2 to 3 years due to a new expansion. So the last FanFest went digital 2 years ago because we were dealing with the pandemic at the time, so it was being live streamed and nobody was able to go in person as a result of that. So Endwalker was the latest expansion at that time. So for this year, they revealed patch 7, which is Dawn Trail. and it's not gonna be coming out until summer of next year. I have plenty of time to catch up if I go through like just the main story and not get like distracted and all that. So yeah, because of how each big expansion rolls out, FanFest comes out like every like what 2 to 3 years. The digital FanFest was 2 years ago in 2021. So it sounds just about right. Oh yeah, so what I was gonna explain about the whole thing of going in Las Vegas hotels. We were going through, I believe, let me see. We were going through the MGM Grand to go get food. And on our way to like, you know, parking the car and then like going through a certain direction to get to where we wanted to eat. While we were walking, we passed by a fucking cake vending machine. Now this is not a joke. There is a freaking vending machine full of cake slices. And then while we were on our way to where we wanted to eat, we also saw a pizza vending machine as well. So I was just like losing my mind at that time. Like I'm like, what the fuck? There are vending machines for cake and pizza slices? Seriously? And so when FanFest happened, during and after, the first I was planning to get like cake from the cake vending machine because they had one in the convention center. I was gonna get that because I knew that it would be hours before like a panel or the concert would start. I think we were waiting for either the panel or the cosplay walk to happen. So I went out of my seat and went. But that freaking cake machine ended up under maintenance, so I was sulking then. When we returned to the hotel, there was another cake vending machine that was like a little bit out of the way because I don't know how, but both the Paris and the Horseshoe hotels are kind of interconnected somehow. I went to the cake vending machine that was somewhere within the Horseshoe Hotel floor, the first floor. That machine was blank, as in like the menu and stuff went blank, and I was sulking a lot. And so we went to the other side, like back in the Paris hotel. We found a cake machine. We found a cake machine there. Like we discovered that on the first day because we were dropped off at a certain section of the hotel where people who had took Uber or Lyft were being dropped off and picked up. So we were dropped off there, and when we entered the doors from that side of the hotel, that's where we first saw it. So we went back to that same spot and ended up finally getting cake after so much adventuring surrounding it. Let's see. I got the black and white cake, gave Boss the chocolate fudge cake, and Faith got carrot cake, was it? Yeah, because there were different various flavors inside the machines. We had fudge, black and white, carrot, vanilla confetti, rainbow cake, and red velvet. And so after that, we actually went out drinking because if anyone's been following my tweets, for years Faith has been determined to get me drunk. If not like plastered, then at least a little bit tipsy. And so after getting the drink, we ended up settling in the bar, also on the first floor. Let's see. I wasn't sure what to start with. So Boss recommended the Midori Sour. Right back. Take your time. Yeah, you recommended the Midori Sour. Now, I keep hearing about this drink, but I haven't had the experience of drinking it personally. Let me see. If I recall, Faith, meanwhile, ordered an amaretto sour, which, depending on the brand of the amaretto, it could be made in the flavor of like peach, apricot, or almonds. Then when I got my Midori sour, I sipped it. I'm like, holy shit! This actually reminds me of cream melon soda, without it being a soda. It's like a freaking alcohol version of a cream melon soda. Yeah, cream melon sodas are one of my favorites. Cream melon soda is one of my favorite like Japanese sodas. I was pretty happy about that. And yeah, Faith let me take a sip of some of her amaretto sour. Then round 2 was like, let's see, Mas ordered a white Russian. I believe that consists of coffee, vodka, question mark, and either creamer or heavy cream or milk. Then Faith ordered like a Long Island iced tea, which I've had Long Island iced tea before, of course, but I haven't had it like in a very long while. And because I sampled Boss's white Russian drink first, I actually really liked it. It actually reminded me similarly to what was it? I forgot. Hold on. What was it? Hold on. Oh, there you go. It really reminded me of Irish coffee. Except you switch out the vodka to Irish whiskey instead. So it really reminded me of that, the White Russian drink. Long Island iced tea, I think, is it's a combination of liquors, so I can't exactly pinpoint what liquors they are. I mean, apart from the iced tea bit, of course, you have like, you know, the mix of alcohol in there and all that. Let's see. I think she may have succeeded a bit. Like she said, if we're not gonna get you plastered, at least I want you to be tipsy. But even then, I wasn't really feeling much of an effect from all the drinking I did. Like, I drank 1.5 Midori sours. Then I drank like one whole White Russian. And you know, I could still like walk around and not feel dizzy and all that. So then she was determined to have me feel a little bit tipsy before she needed to fly back to the East Coast. The following day, which was like yesterday, we kept seeing daiquiris everywhere. Like places that would serve like daiquiri drinks. So we ordered a strawberry daiquiri to share. And it was in a very long tall bottle / cup. I believe the total would have been like 42 ounces or some shit like that. So I also had to drink slowly because one, it has a huge amount of alcohol, even if I'm sharing it with Faith, and number two, well, at that time I didn't want to. Well, we ordered it after eating, but I mean, I didn't want to drink it on an empty stomach because who knows what kind of havoc that will wreak. Because like it's already bad enough that I can't, I can't drink like light roasted coffee and black coffee with an empty stomach because I know that'll cause me stomach problems. But even then, it kind of does cause a little bit of stomach problems even when I have food in my stomach. I could only imagine what alcohol could do So I'm just like, no, I need to eat first and have like water on hand before I even get to drinking alcohol at all. So yeah. Not done. Now I'm making an order for a drink. A non-alcoholic drink. Let me just put that in context. Honestly, yeah, I had fun. Maybe she managed to succeed, but not quite, maybe. I guess we'll see once, guess we'll see once we'll meet again and all that. But it's just been like a funny running gag where it's just like, Lycoris, I'm gonna get you drunk. And I had to tell her, Fate, stop trying to get me drunk. Stop trying to make me get drunk happen. It is never gonna happen. Oh, God. But yeah, it's been fun. And like, remember, because of the whole big C, I haven't been able to attend like con/events for a long time. So that was pretty nice to experience after everything. Especially since now that everything seems to be okay. I did miss some anime expo recently, but you know what? That's fine. I think I will be more than determined to go there next year. I just hope the weather will be nice and we're not gonna enter like a heat wave and all that shit, because I distinctly remember when attending there in 2019, yeah, it was like super duper hot. And even when the sun went down, it was night, it was super duper hot as well because of suffering through a heat wave at the time. Although I am kind of sad that I never got to, in FanFest, I never got to meet the dev team personally, because there's some people even before FanFest started that, they ended up bumping into like Yoshi P or Soken. And I know that back when FF14 was still small. Okay, so the thing about Boss is that he somehow gets autographs from various people whenever he attends events. Whether that's Japanese voice actors or those in like video game dev teams and all that stuff. So I know that at one point he did receive autographs from Yoshi P, Soken, probably Koji, and a few others in the dev team. But I believe he has not received an autograph for Ishikawa Natsuko-san. Like, she's the one who wrote the stories for the expansions Shadowbringers and Endwalker. And before all that, she started writing some stories in the side quests. I believe one particular side quest, I think it was in Stormblood, I think. Gotta have to ask Boss about this again, but like, every job class has like a side story in 14. So the one I'm talking about that Ishikawa-san had written was the Dark Knight class. And because, a lot of because she's gotten a lot of positive feedback from that and other stories, that was how she ended up working into both Shadowbringers and Endwalker. Therefore, a lot of people say that they got their revenge because, like, when she came out to speak after the concert, I believe this was like the Primals concert. She wanted to thank everyone and all that. Yeah, we ended up making her cry. She got emotional because she was so happy to see how we all appreciated the work that she's done and all that. You know, some people are like, finally, after making us cry in both Shadowbringers and Endwalker, we finally got our revenge by making you cry. Even Yoshi P had like a joking quip like, now, don't make my daughter cry. You know, it's nice to see. It makes me also realize that it also makes me realize how passionate and wholesome not only just like the dev team themselves, but the FF14 community as a whole. I remember I was going through one of the dungeons in Gridania, and I remember not being able to catch up to my teammates at the time because I was getting lost. So when I typed in chat box that I was new, you know, they were okay and all that. But you know, I know that there has been, especially when observing on Twitter, there has been some drama in the FF14 fandom for the past like couple of weeks, months, on some things. Luckily, I've never gotten to encounter that during my time, and thankfully it doesn't appear as much in my social media, but yeah. But no, I do see why, even in the Game Awards, FF14 has been continuously praised, why the community has been praised so much. You know, I see, like, just interacting with people and all that too. I was just like, wow, this is what the community is like. It feels wholesome. I'm kind of scared of like, going deeper into the community, and I would just rather stick with I guess I would just rather stick with my own circle, so I don't feel insecure and all that. Although I was introduced to new friends in FanFest as well, so I feel like for the most part I shouldn't be too worried. But at the same time, you know, I can't help it. Can't help but feel worried. Because while it may be one of the least toxic communities, sometimes I just worry about bumping into people who may not have like a good attitude, which is understandable. You know, every fandom has its fair share of bad apples and all that. Regardless if it's, you know, the anime manga fandom, you know, anime manga fandom, the video game fandom, and all that other stuff. Like, I try to steer far away from drama as much as possible. Like, sure, I kinda joke around of me being like a gossip monger / you know, always reading like drama and tea, but at the same time, I myself don't want to personally get involved / dragged into drama. I've already had my taste of that in the VTuber community. This was back when I had my previous appearance, and back when my previous VTuber mom and I were still on good terms. But after what went down after that, I'm like, nope. I've already tasted my own personal drama in this community, and I would pretty much want to stay out of it as a whole. Other than that, yeah. Now FanFest has really made me want to go play FF14, but I'm thinking to myself, what do I do? Should I continue where I picked off? You know, should I continue where I left off, or should I just reset everything and start from scratch? Like, I don't know. I need to think about this. I think I would like to continue where I left off, but it has been a year or so since I last played 14 and streamed it. like I said, I didn't want you guys to get bored or anything. So what I'm gonna do is do the main story and some side quests on stream. Then off stream, I'm just gonna go ahead and grind, you know, do level grinding and all that. But yeah, after, you know, after seeing what happens in, because they did put out like a teaser trailer for Dawn Trail, the new expansion. I'm just like, you know what? I got until summer of next year to catch up to this patch. I might as well just like go on ahead. But yeah. Hello everyone. Hello gaming. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you? I just woke up. Wait, what? Wait a minute. It's just 9 p.m. there, isn't it? Wait a minute. How the heck did you just wake up? Like, did you like go home from work and just like had a nap or something? What happened? I'm curious about this now. Sun had kept me up until 3 a.m. and then I worked. Ah, was it Sakura? Oops. Yeah, we're sorry about that. When I got home from work, I conked out. Fair. That happens. Well, after showering and eating, oh good. You're able to freshen up and then have food in your stomach. That's good to hear though, at least. Sounds like you had a good rest too, so... If you may not know this, my voice is totally shot after going to FanFest last week, so... I'm trying to also debate on what games I should play this week because, like, yeah, no, I was afraid that I had lost my voice entirely, like, since last night. So yeah, that's also why I haven't put out a schedule for gaming for this week yet. So I'm trying to figure out what should I play. Because I know that I am known for getting moldy and salty about a lot of things. But I think I'll just use this week to chill until I recover my voice. Shaking my head. Oh, FanFest was staying up late last night. Yeah, there's that. Not to mention I had to like wake up early on day 2 as well, so it's just like, ah, God, I don't wanna get out of bed, and I need to nag Boss and Faith to like wake up and all that other stuff. Oh God. Not my fault that I stayed up last night though. Yeah, and for the most part, for all the drinking I did in Vegas, I did not get any hangovers. Let's hope that streak keeps going. But I'd rather not. I mean, like, it's not like I even experienced a hangover to begin with. Like, ever since I started drinking a couple of years ago, I've been able to, number 1, hold my liquor, and number 2, not get a fucking hangover. Let it stay that way, please. But yeah, honestly, FanFest is fun. Yeah, FanFest was fun. I hope that... if they're gonna have one again for like patch 8, which probably will be like 2 to 3 years from now, can we not have it in Vegas? The heat is just... No. Not to mention a lot of people who left or were supposed to leave on Sunday. There were problems with flights. Like Las Vegas, like Nevada had strong winds, and then right in the middle, right in Midwest, like right in the middle of the U.S. There were it was monsoon season, which is why a lot of flights got delayed and or canceled. Poor Faith. She was supposed to leave early yesterday, but because of all the weather fiascos going on, she had to leave late. Literally, I believe she got picked up by her family roughly around like 3 hours ago and all that. I was like, you're shitting me. You just got picked up? Are you serious? Like, she left late last night. She left Nevada last night to go into a layover in the East Coast. And after that layover, there she went home. And I'm like, jeez. Jesus fucking Christ. God. Thankfully, she did not have work today, but damn. Like, I could not really sleep until I had to be reassured that Faith was okay. Like, I was just, I had been worried for quite a bit. It's just like, oh my god, I had to tell her, like, please keep me updated and all that other stuff. And if she needed to anything, like maybe like not necessarily a hotel in Nevada, like maybe because it was already too late by that time, she was waiting in the airport for a while. At the very least, I wanted her to have like a hotel stay in her layover because it sounded like her layover time was long. I'm back. Welcome back. Oh god. I do not know how I'm gonna be streaming for the rest of the week. My voice is just like... Yeah, my voice is just like freaking done. So now, yeah, I'm trying to think of what to play for the rest of the week because, my voice is shot. And I had to raise up a bit of my mic volume on OBS just in case you guys might not be able to hear me. Even if I am like close to the mic and all that. But yeah. And I still have a lot of things to work on too. Need to check how the 2D model is going. Then after I receive it, most likely I will need to adjust the parameters because seeing your model move in like the Live 2D program and then seeing it move when you actually receive the file is very different, as I experienced with my 3D model. So some parameters of how the model moves need to be adjusted, and most likely need to adjust the 2D model as well, and then and only then I can finally announce it officially on when my re-debut is gonna be and all that. Wait a minute, what did you redeem that redeem for? What the hell? There's no point of that. Alright, I'm redeeming your points back, so rejected it goes. I don't know. Some people like to do this, but I'm just like, number one, the game auto-saves, so there's no need to do that. And number two, no save then? I mean, technically, this VOD is gonna be saved anyway into my hard drive, and then uploading it to YouTube I go, so... I mean, technically it's a save. Other than that, heh. I feel like some people just want to mess with me as a result of that. I'm just like, "Hoy, what are you saving for? Oh my god." Lol. Fine. You get head pats then. And thank you for the head pats. Thank you. Yeah, let's hope I just go ahead and recover my voice within this week because I am so done right now. It's not even funny. Also, another thing I forgot to mention in FanFest while we were reviewing like what 7, what patch 7 was gonna be like and everything. They did announce that so a few announcements for what they had announced. Like for one, they had announced the partnership with Microsoft, so that means FF14 is finally coming to the Xbox. And then the other collab that I did not expect at all was a Fall Guys collab. Holy shit. I now want to go play Fall Guys again because they have exclusive FF14 skins. I'm gonna need to grab onto those. Also, in the FF14 game itself, there is also a Fall Guys theme in there somewhere. I forgot where. So I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be chaotic in 14 as well. Oh shit. I'm gonna have fun in both. Honestly, I'm gonna have fun in both. I can't wait. I was like, oh shit, I need to get on this, and I wanna collab too. Like, I hope Faith's PC setup is not that bad, so that I can collab with her on this. I also want to collab with other people, like one of my VTuber siblings that I met in FanFest. I want to have, I just want to collab with everyone in Fall Guys. Let's see. The update for the FF14 collab for Fall Guys will be next month on August 22nd. I am not sure when it's going to occur in FF14 itself. Either way, chaos abounds, and I wanna go. And I wanna go play around. See any celebrities? You mean like bumping into them and all that? I mean like I encountered the dev team while we were in line to get our badges and stuff. But other than that, I never got to go up to them personally and all that. Like some people who were FanFest, they bumped into Yoshi P, the producer, or they bumped into Soken, the music director / main composer. This even before FanFest, yeah, because most likely the dev team has been staying nearby the convention center, so that's probably how a lot of people manage to bump into them when they themselves are out to do their own activities. That's hilarious though, because they're like, oh my god, out of nowhere I was on my way to go eat somewhere and I bump into this guy. I think that was when someone who bumped into Yoshi P. And then all of a sudden, bumping into Soken happened too. Hold on. Need to mute my mic for a bit. I'm getting a call. Hold on a second. Okay, so I have a funny story to tell just now. I'm back from my call. Right now, boss is out for errands and... Okay. So he's planning to... Like, I already ordered a drink from one place, but he was planning to get me another drink from another place. So while we were in Vegas with friends, we found our local boba place there in Vegas, and they actually had a new item out. It's called Brazilian lemonade. So the Brazilian lemonade is basically made up of limeade / lime juice, condensed milk, and cream. So when I had this yesterday while we were on our way back. There's no point of redeeming the dramatic reading if I don't have a script and all that, you silly goose. Hold on, I see you gave me a second head pat, so thank you for the head patch. Okay. But you have stories. I know, but it's not like I can do a dramatic reading now just because I have... Remember, my voice is shot. And so when I had the first couple of sips of this drink, it actually reminded me of leche flan, actually. Like, Filipino leche flan. Because usually you need, like, darn it, I can't think of the ingredients off the top of my head, but you do, typically the way that, leche flan is traditionally made, it does have lime zest in it. But since we don't have, like, the Filipino lime dye-up, we had to make do, like, with, like, regular limes and all that. So, oh, oops, get well soon. Thank you, Cookie, and let me go ahead and redeem your points back. Give me a second. There you go. All good. So, imagine when I drank this drink and my mind was blown. Because, it actually, I thought of it as like a liquid version of leche flan. Because you also need... I believe you also need condensed milk to make leche flan too. I need to recall, the recipe. Or actually, let me look it up for a bit. Let's see. Filipino leche flan. Go ahead and check. Yes. So you need, of course, you need eggs. Oh, there you go. You need eggs, you need condensed milk. You need evaporated milk. Granulated sugar, because the leche flan will have its own sauce, which is probably where the sugar melts down to. And I don't know. Like, this recipe calls for a little bit of vanilla extract, but I don't think we put vanilla extract. Usually it would be condensed milk, evaporated milk, sugar, and lime zest, and then eggs before you go ahead and steam it. So back to where I was going. So boss is out for errands for the office, and he asked me if I wanted to get the Brazilian lemonade drink again. So I told him yes. So what happened was, he went to the tea shop that sells it and asked if they have the Brazilian lemonade. And they told him that they were all sold out of it, and he was like, no. I'm like, god damn it, I knew this was gonna happen. Because it seems like, yes, it's popular here too. So I'm just like, oh god. I was like, no, why? Vanilla extract is good but optional. Ah, got it, PT. But good leche flan must have lime zest. Okay, gotcha. No, because I wasn't 100% sure. From how boss makes it, and I think how Mama Dreams, my mom, make it, I don't recall having vanilla in there. So I see. So it's an optional thing then. But good leche flan must have lime zest. Gotcha. And hey dude, welcome to the stream. How are you? Yeah, I had to raise my OBS. I had to raise my mic volume a bit via OBS because yeah, my voice is shut. Oh, you're just as bad as boss. Real leche flan is steamed. Yeah, you're just as bad. None of that bake heresy. Shut your mouth. Oh my god. So boss and I have this running joke where it's just like every time we go into the topic of leche flan. Yeah, he says this too, like, real leche flan is steamed. It should not be baked. For baked leche flan is heresy. Or, it's blasphemy and all that other shit. And I'm like, fuck off and leave me alone. I like both. So, fuck off. I mean, sure, my mom does bake leche flan, but I've seen her steam it as well. I'm just wondering why she ends up switching between the two. But yes. And now, if we're gonna have a debate about Filipino leche flan steam versus bake again, I am going to bonk you. I had to also warn Boss too about this because it's just like, if you tell my mom that, I wonder if she'll kill you on the spot or some shit like that. No, not really, but... Bake Off! Right? A Bake Off would be nice too. Speaking of which, I would love to have leche flan because, like, I bought... You know how Costco sells things in bulk? Well, apparently, since, I need a lot of eggs to cook, like, egg dishes and all that. Yeah, there's enough eggs in there to go ahead and make leche flan, and I haven't had leche flan in quite a bit. In real life cooking challenge. That's gonna be fun actually. If I just need to make sure on how it's gonna be properly set up though. Because I've also been asking some friends who are also, apart from them being gaming VTubers, some of them are cooking VTubers as well. So I like to ask her advice on how they do like the camera setup and all that. Let's see. You can enjoy being wrong. You know, go fuck yourself. Being wrong. Clearly you're not a dessert connoisseur if you haven't tried everything. I don't want to hear that from you, Mister. I am too picky about things. Yeah, you and Boss are just bad. Your boss and Boss are just as bad. Hold on. I go ahead and drink. It's been a bit. Gonna enjoy being a picky ass eater then. Alright, I go ahead and drink. Oh god, water. Water. To be a dessert connoisseur to understand that burnt leche flan is not good. Don't give me that shit right now. Oh my god. Burnt? I've never had burnt leche flan when it is break. So you can go fuck yourself about that. Carbonated milk is probably even worse. Wait, carbonated milk? Are we talking about actual carbonated milk? Or are we talking about like, yogurt-based soda and all that? I must know. Now you just, now this caught my interest. But yes, I said what I said and I am going to... Wait, what I need to... I said what I said and I'm gonna die on this hill. You can enjoy being picky. I mean carbonated milk. Like legit carbonated... Wait, how the fuck does that work? Hang on. You mean pilk? No, if I recall, pilk is a combination of Pepsi and milk, which to this day I do not know how certain people drink it. Like, what the fuck? Or as how I'd like to call it, Caspel, instant spoiled milk. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Jesus Christ. Look, I already hate plain sparkling water. Let me just put that out there. I hate plain sparkling water. It tastes like pencil shavings. But carbonated milk? I don't understand. I don't understand how that works. Like, I like, yogurt based sodas and all that. But actual carbonated milk? Now, my mind is kind of blown right now because it's just like, how does this even bother to exist? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? I don't know, never tried it. Have you had other friends who tried it though? Like, anyone that you know that has tried it. Ah, you've only heard about it online. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, I'm looking this up right the fuck now. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, I need to have an example of what is... Oh! Oh no, this is what I was talking about. The yogurt-based stuff? Yeah, this is carbonated milk, like Milky's and Calpico and all of that. These are pretty good. Like, I would recommend... Like, I like it personally, but I'd recommend it for the experience. I've had those. Here, let's see. Here in the East Coast, we have soda floats. Ah, I remember craving soda floats. I actually ended up making one at home. I forgot if I made it a Coke float or a root beer float. I think I made it a root beer float. Yeah, I love soda floats as well. Also, I don't think it exists as an actual viable product because who the fuck would buy that? Yes, it exists. It exists at least in Asian countries, specifically Japan and South Korea and all that. It does? Yes, it does, because I had to look up carbonated milk and I wanted to check images for examples, and I saw familiar brands like Calpico and Milky's. Calpico is Japan-based, and Milky's... I think Milky's is Korean brand because I see this in H-Mart. Calpico, you can get it there too, I think, but I see this more in my local Japanese market. It does? Why? But like I said, it's more... I feel like it's more of yogurt-based. What do you mean, why? I mean, like I said, you can try it for the experience, but I personally think it tastes good. Oh, gaming. What flavor of Calpico do you like? And it's also funny because I believe... Wait, hold on. Darn it. Let me see the brands. Yeah, Milky's and Calpico I've had. I'm trying to think what other ones. But I, for the life of me, do not get how people drink Pilk. Why does fucking Pilk exist? Milky's is actually pretty good too, yeah. I haven't had neither Milky's or Calpico for a long time. But I love both. As a European, I am confused. Ah, that's why. No worries about it. Ah, gosh. I'm trying to think of what other brands there are. Oh yeah, Calpis as well. Which I think is pretty funny because if you pronounce it wrong, it's like cow piss. So I'm just like, I don't know how I'm going to call you by another name, but yeah, Calpis, as in it's spelled like this. Not cow piss, but let me see. I need to go to Japan for more flavors. Oh, I definitely recommend searching through Japan for more Calpico and Calpis flavors. Yes. Cow piss or milk. I mean, that's fair. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, wait. Then what the hell? Why the hell do I see both in the Japanese market? Weird. I see. So I now need to call it Calpico instead of Calpis then. Got it. Let's see. So yeah, out of the brands over... I guess because they call it Calpis in Japan. I see. Okay. So it's called Calpis in Japan, but it's Calpico to the rest of the world. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, I can confirm that Wiki says this as well. Like, it's sold as Calpico to the rest of the world. Alright, so Calpico and Calpis are the same. Alright, I'm gonna stick to Calpico then, because if I say Calpis, then people are gonna friggin' misunderstand. Ah. Man, I miss drinking Calpico and Milkis as well. Ah, shoot. Maybe I should go ahead and stock up some. I mean, I do have both H Mart and the local Japanese market nearby, so I just need to think of what flavors I want to get. Wait, trying to check what Calpico flavor, because like back before I moved to my current place, my former roommate, the one who moved out first before me, I distinctly remember she really likes Calpico. And I'm trying to remember which flavor I got for her. I think it was the white peach flavor. Yeah, I think it was the white peach flavor. She really liked it. So whenever I go shopping for food, she's like, oh hey, can you get me this bottle of like the white peach Calpico? I'm like, okay, sure. Go ahead. I miss her. I know I haven't been talking to her in quite a bit because like she's been busy establishing herself. Like for context, my former roommate is from India and she ended up doing her post-grad studies here in the US. So now, you know, she got all the documents and stuff to like go to school and then work here. She's currently out she currently moved out Midwest, and it sounds like she's been doing well. I haven't talked to her in quite a bit, so I kind of want to catch up and everything. Ah yes, darn it, this strong craving. Eventually, yeah, I'll go ahead and stock up on Calpico and or Milkis. Not right now, but like soon, I hope. A nice, especially since like even though here it's less hot compared to Las Vegas, it's still pretty hot. So water aside, I'd like to have these as cold drinks. Yeah, gaming. I definitely do recommend you can look for more Calpico flavors once you get to Japan next month. And I kind of miss going. Question. All right, Cookie, what's up? Does anyone ever pay attention to question of the day? You mean question of the week? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But just fine with me. I just like to put it out there so that I get to know chat better and all that. So this is totally fine. It was good, yes. And speaking of question of the week, what is your all-time dream vacation? For me, I would like to explore parts of Asia and parts of Europe. I mean, yes, I went to Japan recently, but I feel like I haven't explored enough, so I want to go back again. This time to places like Kyoto, Osaka, and Hokkaido. I mean, sure, I'd like to go to other places like Okinawa and whatnot, but I wonder that would be a little too far off. Mine's probably Japan, either that or the USA. Got it. Let me see, South Korea is another one. One of my cousins recommended me to go to Vietnam because she's been there a few times. Let me see. My sibling and their wife. They, let's see. When they were also visiting the Philippines as well. Well, not just to join like the rest of the family, but they had a wedding to attend to in the southern part of it. But I recall, they said their stopover was, what was it, Thailand or Taiwan? I forgot. I think it was Taiwan. They did say they recommend there, especially for the boba, because of course the origin of boba is around there. So, did you hear about Japan's changes? Apart from them getting rid of the mask policy entirely, no, I haven't heard of any other changes. What's up? I guess Japan's fully open, and they got rid of the mask policy a couple weeks back, which is sad because I think they should have still kept that implemented. Ooh. Oh yeah, the whole discontinued Pasmo and Suica cards, which are used for the subway. Oh yeah, I was not happy to hear about that. Shit. Let me see. Increased tourism, overcrowding, not enough hotel staffing. Yeah, discontinuing the Suica I knew about, as well as increasing the price of, like, the subway fare. But I did not know they got rid of Pasmo as well. I see. Increasing prices of the JR Pass, discontinuing Pasmo and Suica cards in some neighborhoods. Oh no, I need to get rid of that one. Unfiltered meaning that you will hear my thoughts. You know, thoughts that I don't dare to put on Twitter and stuff like that. Anyway, I need to get rid of that command too, because like FanHouse took like a bit of a dark turn. It got to the point that the original owner slash co-founder had left, so she did not make any of the decisions even prior to her leaving. So I've already deactivated slash in order for it to be eventually be deleted and all that. Which is too bad, because I put a lot of behind the scene content on there. So now I'm thinking on, like, you know, going forward, where do I post then? Do I go ahead and go with Patreon? Do I go ahead and go with Coffee, because they have their own membership system as well? But I think it's better for me to contain it to the one-tier business model. So yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that command after I log off stream. It just makes me feel so bitter too, because like FanHouse was supposed to be a safe space for one, and number two, because of all the stuff that's been going on regarding like Twitch payments and other platforms as well, it was also supposed to be a safe space financially too. When the owner created FanHouse, it was right in the middle of the pandemic, and therefore this is how she was able to support her family and all that too. That goes same true for the other creators over there as well. So I'm just feeling bitter of what path it has gone down to, and you know, I'm not happy about that. Basically, I got absorbed into another company, so the transition and merge will be ongoing for the next like couple weeks. Like, this has been established as of 2 weeks ago, and from what I heard, the other platform they're merging into is bad, as in like involving AI levels kinds of bad, which is why I now have to disavow from it completely. But it's too bad, because this other platform actually has a lot of things that are similar to FanHouse, but it also includes live streaming, which was a big request from other creators in FanHouse for quite some time and all that. Yeah, no. Like, I don't trust the other platform. I don't. Therefore, I'm like, if you're gonna try to merge my account on there, I am not gonna take it. I am opting out, and I'm gonna deactivate slash delete the account. Like, there isn't even like any protection, you know, rules slash protections in place when it comes to like copyright and all that. You know, copyright and IP and all that. So that's why it went off as an immediate red flag, and I'm like, no, I am not gonna subject myself to this. I am out. Right now they're trying to convince other people, but you know, a lot of fan house creators were like confused and angry and hurt, especially since we were not notified beforehand. When the transition / merge was announced 2 weeks ago, there was no prior warning or anything. I'm like, yeah, no, fuck this shit, I'm out. Like, no way. So, back to the drawing board of finding another platform. And speaking of which, I need to go ahead and try to not completely quit Twitter, but at the same time, I need to distance myself from it, especially with the whole, like, going into X rebrand. I am not fucking happy about that either. Blue Sky is still closed off to everyone except for those who got invites. So I went to a Japanese space called Miss Key because a lot of artists and VTubers are moving over there. Like, it's a community that is filled with like, you know, a lot of Japanese artists do use Twitter, but due to this whole thing, they moved over there instead and all that. And now they're trying to combat the whole thing regarding Western Twitter culture. It's like, do not act like this is Twitter and all that. Leave that shit at the door. Which is fair. We are only guests in this space and we should be respectful of their rules. I haven't posted anything in Miss Key yet. I only just started experimenting with it last night. It seems like it's an instance. Like, not... Yeah, an instance of the Fediverse. So I guess it's based off of Mastodon, but at the same time... it's not. Like, there is something different about that compared to other places. So therefore, I'm thinking about moving there going forward, but I'm trying to think on how to start with things, and I'm trying to make sure that I am respectful of the rules that go on there. Plus, this will probably help me practice my Japanese better in terms of like reading it and all that. I need to find out which mutual friends have transitioned over there. Some of the VTuber artists that I follow, whether they are English speaking or not, have started to move there as well. So I'm like, okay, I need to hunt down on who I follow that moved over there. Oh yeah, no. Wait, what the hell? No, like, I'm logged on Twitter right now, and ever since the whole rebranding shit, we had that ugly X logo at the upper, we have that ugly X logo at the upper left corner. But right now, I'm logged in on my other monitor, and it had the Twitter bird logo back, so I'm like, ha, what happened there? Because apparently, when they tried to dismantle Twitter in the building, as in, like, change it to X, apparently... the X logo at the very top of the building is considered a nuisance / light pollution kind of deal. Not to mention, it sounds like you had to have a permit to do that sort of shit, and they didn't even bother to do that. I hope he gets fined heavily for that. Asshole. Sakura is worried about her Japanese. Uh-oh. Why? What's wrong? What is she, worried about? Is she worried about, I guess, like, you know, due to how nuanced Japanese is, I guess she's afraid of stepping on toes and all that. I myself am a bit afraid too, but you don't have to speak in, you don't have to speak in Japanese there, although that would be one of the main languages there apart from English now, so, not enough if needing to use it. Oh no, don't worry about that. Like, I've been popping in and out of Miss Key a few times. And, you know, stuff is in English. As in, like... You know, like, the quote-unquote tweet equivalent here is called note. And that's labeled in English. A lot of things have been labeled in English here. Like your timeline and all that other stuff. Even when you're setting up stuff in your settings, like your bio and stuff, that's all in English. But of course, the majority of information going around is Japanese. I'm looking at the trends, and at least 3 tags are in Japanese, but there are 2 other tags that are in English. So, There's no need to worry. As long as you follow their rule, you know, as long as you follow their rules over there, you should be okay. Like for example, if someone is going to post not safe for work art and stuff, you need to do a sensor on. You need to do a sensor in the picture on top of filtering it as not safe for work, for example. I need to find a starting guide on how to use Miski because one of the big VTuber artists that I follow, she moved there and she went out of her way to make a guide on how to navigate Miski and all that. Hold on. You see. Ah, there you go. Okay. Let me try to find it again. If she's that worried, then I will send her the guide. But yes. Did a mosquito eat me up? What do you mean by that? Well, it's summer and it doesn't rain as often here. Usually when it's raining, it's around like fall, winter time, and sometimes spring over here. I don't get bug bites during summertime, but I'd like to avoid it as much as possible. Oh yeah, since you're going to Japan, it's going to be humid there, then you better hope that there are no mosquitoes around. Like I went during the winter/springtime, you know, bordering, because I was there in March. I'm worried since I do get eaten by mosquitoes. Oh no, when I get mosquitoes near me, they like to eat. They like to feed on me too, and that's why I at all times carry like bug repellent and all that because yeah, no, I wish those fuckers can die. The world doesn't need mosquitoes. Like, go the fuck away. Like, shit. Like, I don't like it when I get stung by mosquitoes, which is why I'm reluctant to go back home around this time of the year. Because back home is a humid place as well, and therefore, if I encounter mosquitoes, well, I'm shit out of luck there. Unless, of course, I carry, like, bug spray and all that. Like, hell no. I'm supposed to be the half vampire over here. Stop eating me. I heard Philippine mosquitoes are huge. They can be. I've encountered big ones, I've encountered small ones. But more small ones than big ones. The big ones do scare me, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna slap the shit out of it. Like, I hate it. I mean, there are some things to alleviate the itching so that you don't end up scratching out to the point that it bleeds, but I hate it. Oh god. I'm lucky to be living in a place where the heat is drier. But as a consequence of that, you know, go hydrate more, blast on the AC and all that. Which is why I look forward to fall and winter time during this time. Especially when it'll start raining like around October, November. Because it could still get hot here up until October, but I guess we'll see what's gonna happen this year. As much as possible, I don't want to get mosquito bites either because, like, once they have gone down, it kind of looks like I get, like, pretty bruised and all that, and it's just like, this is such a pain in the ass. I'm gonna need to, like, you know, gonna need to find some shit that will, like, remove the dark spots and all that. It's also why, for the most part, I try not to, like, when I get it, I try not to scratch and try to find something to alleviate the itch, like, rubbing alcohol, for example. Like, you rub it onto the bite and it's going to help alleviate the itch. Let me see. My friend has Japan as a... my friend has Japan as a layover when, flying to the Philippines. That happened to me too when I traveled out back in February. Like, I went from my place to Japan, then Japan to the Philippines after. Then when going on the way to Japan, it was like Japan to Hong Kong. No, sorry, Philippines to Hong Kong. Philippines to Hong Kong, and then Hong Kong to Japan. And like I've mentioned before when I went on the trip, Hong Kong's airport is huge. So literally I had to haul ass and practically run to my stopover. Like, the amount of time that I was supposed to have a layover there, that all got consumed once I literally got to my gate. Like, when I got to my gate, they were already boarding people, and I'm like, good thing I didn't stop to do anything to kill time. But holy shit. Literally, I had to go to gate, literally the second gate. I had to go to gate 2, and there's like at least 500 and something gates in that airport. I'm like, holy fucking shit. I mean, it was nice to explore a new airport and all that, because there were a lot of things there that were unique to Hong Kong airport, but I don't think I'm ever doing that again. I want to go to Hong Kong. They're my distant relatives. Ah, so you have distant relatives over there. I see. That would actually be good too if you were to go to like Hong Kong one day. No? You know, it's nice to travel to other places, especially to ones that you haven't been to before. Let me see, where would I want to go really? Like, Japan aside, like I said, Vietnam, probably Taiwan. Thailand I may put a question mark in there depending on how things are. South Korea. If I ever have the chance, I would like to go to Australia, but then, you know, anything and everything can kill you over there. I speak the language, but I wonder if they'll understand my accent. I guess it depends too. I have some Hong Kong friends here, and they understand my English. Ah, but they have a hard time understanding my Cantonese. This happened to me too when I was abroad. Like, when I went to the Philippines, even if I attempted to speak Tagalog, my accent was heavy at the time. But actually, some people say that despite the fact that I am clearly American, my accent is pretty neutral, so they can't tell which part of the USA I'm from. So when I started relearning Tagalog and all that, because for the most part I've been self-studying, with some help from parents every now and then, every time I ask them for vocabulary and stuff. When I first got there, like years and years ago, my accent, my American accent was heavy to most. But as I started living there longer, by the time I went back to the USA, my Filipino American friends, they were like, "Wait, did you pick up a bit of a Filipino accent in your English?" I'm like, "It appears I did." And now that I can speak Tagalog to some degree, my American accent is totally gone now. So I think in your case, I mean, you do speak the language in part due to communicating with your family and all that. City accent or country accent? I'd say more like city for me, because, you know, based in Manila and everything. If it was like farther out in the, like where certain parts of the Philippines have farmlands, then maybe I could have picked up something from that too, because some of my relatives do live in the farmlands because they've inherited it from past generations. Like, for example, grandfather on mom's side, let me see. I believe he was part of the agriculture industry. So yeah, We do have some farmland out in parts that are considered like the countryside and all that. I'd say city accent for the most part when they notice like, oh, you gained a bit of Filipino accent because you've been there for so long. Like, yeah, it seems like it. I think people are still able to detect that when I speak English. Well, no. Like in Tagalog, my American accent is completely gone. And so as long as I still speak and keep practicing the language, it should still remain. And like I said, my American accent is considered neutral because honestly, after hearing how some people talk back home east, I'm just like, no, I don't think I have an accent like that. So, Oh god, my throat. My goodness, it's gonna be hard thinking of what I should play for this week. No, I need to figure that out. For the most part, maybe. Let's see if I can find something chill to play. But at the same time, I also want to get into certain games. Like for example, there's been a lot of events going on in Star Rail, and I need to complete those before they're gone. Maybe I should play Star Rail tomorrow, or like somewhere near like the end of the week, like either Thursday or Friday. Alright, that means 2 other games I need to think of. As much as I am known to get moldy and salty over a lot of things, well, I need this week to recover my voice. It's gonna be hard thinking of how I'm going to do this. And I guess why I should take it easy for this week. I should also start prepping for prepping for the 2D re-debut stuff. Keep in mind, I have not been preparing for this intensely as I did for my 3D re-debut last year. But at the same time, while I feel guilty about that, I just want my 2D re-debut to be more relaxing. Especially since, like I said, I had a lot of stress and trauma from last year. And I still feel a little bit, mostly hurt, but a little bit resentful too. So for those reasons, I'm like, yeah, no. When I have my 2D model in the future, I want shit to be more relaxing. Like some of those cozy puzzle games. There's less reading in those. Okay. I mean, I can do like cozy puzzle games. I can go back to like, doing farming simulator stuff and all that too. Yeah. I think, I will take, apart from Star Rail, I will take a couple of cozy / chill / comforting games to go into. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Less straining on my voice, but in terms of reading dialogue and shit. But it also helps that I do want to like go ahead and interact with chat as well. So definitely I should look forward to that. Now that I also think about it, cozy gaming aside, I wonder if I should be able to... Well, there's some things that I am still planning, but yeah. You finished the unpacking game? I did actually. I did, because as I was going through it, I was like, oh man, so that's how the story goes. Like, even if you don't have dialogue, you can see the progression of what went on in unpacking. Honestly, yeah, I would never say no when it comes to like chill and comfy games. So I will definitely research a little bit tonight and see what I can play. Well, go back to putting the diploma above the TV. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. You know, maybe I should just play that off stream too and be like, okay, this time I am gonna put that diploma above the TV just because I can. Because if I recall correctly, the last time I put the main character's diploma up, it was in the bedroom. It was like somewhere on the bedroom wall, I think above the bed, I think. Or was it above one of the drawers? I forgot. But either way, I put that in the bedroom and I'm like, darn it, maybe I should have placed it somewhere else. But yeah, overall, FanFest was fun. I look forward to see how the FF14 as both a game and the community will grow. You can see that there are a lot of people who are passionate and friendly, and maybe this may make me want to reach out to the community a little bit more. But I'd rather stay in my inner circle too, so that number one, I will feel safe and secure, and number two, well, it's always fun. It's always fun playing with friends. So yeah, some people like to put it in their office. Was it the bedroom or was it the office? Now I have to go back in my past streaming footage, because I remember it's either one of those, either the bedroom or the office. And you know, I can't blame people for putting stuff, important stuff like that in their offices. It's supposed to show, it's supposed to show achievement, not just to themselves, but depending on the industry you work in, if your client sees that you've graduated from this place or that. Some places have more prestige than others as well too. So, for example, with Boss's stuff, I don't know if he got everything, because like before his parents moved out to another state, their former residents had everyone's achievements on there, not just his but his siblings. But I think if I recall correctly, he does have his I think he has his law degree in his office. I haven't been observing carefully, so yeah. Well, at least it's not in the bathroom or kitchen. That'd be weirder. Hell no! Imagine if you put your diploma like in the bathroom or kitchen. Everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck? Why did you put that there? Yeah, that's true. Unless it's a plumbing degree or a chef degree. Yeah, that I can understand. Maybe weird, but it would make sense in terms of the career chosen. But otherwise, if you're not a plumber or if you're not part of the culinary industry, why are you putting your diploma in the bathroom or the kitchen? Like, no way. Like, that'd be like super duper weird. Man, I'm sad. No, I'm sad because like I had a feeling because because the Brazilian lemonade was just a new item added to the boba tea, one of our local boba tea places. I knew it was gonna get popular. I didn't expect it to like actually sell out like that. I feel sad. I'd say give it a couple of days. I just hope it's not a seasonal item, because I remember what was that one summer item they added when I just moved into the West? Let me check. Yeah, this drink. Originally I thought this drink was gonna be seasonal because it came out in the summer of what was it? Summer of 2018. But it became like a permanent it became a permanent menu item. hopefully the Brazilian lemonade will be a permanent menu item. Love flexing that fine arts degree, right? That'd be strange since summer season isn't even over yet. It's not. Usually when it comes to seasonal items, of course they will end in their proper time. Like since we're talking about summer, summer seasonal items will be here until like September-ish because that's when fall is gonna come in too. So, literally discovered the Brazilian lemonade when we were in Vegas, and therefore when going back home they have it here too. But yeah, no, it's sold out right now. I'll give it a few more days. It is a new item after all. And that was refreshing because I was like, no, I don't feel like drinking milk boba tea right now. I kind of want a more like a fruit tea drink. If not like a fruit tea, then like a fruit lemonade or whatever. And lo and behold, they ended up having a lemonade. This Brazilian lemonade. So yeah, I'll give it a couple of days. Besides, August is tomorrow. Oh god, good god, August is tomorrow already. What the fuck? No, okay. I need to not stress out so much when it comes to the 2D model re-debut, but fuck. No. I shouldn't stress out so much about it, but oh god. Now that I think about it, with the official date I have in mind, gaming, I think I might end up having my 2D debut while you and Sakura are away to Japan. But I haven't figured out what time I'm gonna re-debut. So if I re-debut at nighttime here, it's gonna be morning for you guys over there. But if I re-debut during the daytime here, it's gonna be nighttime. So I haven't set a time yet, but I officially have a date in mind. I just need to get shit set up. Oh god, I need to get shit set up. Okay, I must not panic. I must not panic. Oh my god. It's okay. Need to figure out what I will do this time. I think I would like to... I mean, the other 14 skins won't come out during that time, but I do want to at least play Fall Guys. But chat and all that. Hashtag support. Thank you! I really can't thank you and Sakura enough, honestly. Like, there's a lot of people I want to thank that have been here since, like, the beginning of my journey and all that. And, you know, I've managed to gain, like, new friends and everything, so I honestly appreciate. And yes, from the emotes, thank you for the headpats. I am nervous, though, because, like I said, the 2D re-debut is will be a lot more lax compared to the 3D one, so I'm kind of scared. Don't let existential dread set in. Don't worry. Try not to let it set in. And you know, I guess it's just me also being nervous on how people will accept how the model looks and all that. Now that I think about it, because I haven't I haven't given much thought yet. Trying to think what to do with my 3D model going forward then. Because 2D will be my thing. And unless I'm away from my computer, like if, for example, I'm streaming on the phone and stuff, my PNG models, though they are retired now, I still want to use them on the days that I am away from my PC setup. Say if I'm gonna stream on my phone and or on my laptop and all that. Yeah. I still like to use my PNG models still. Even, like, they're retired now, but on those instances, if I need something that's less intense for the computer and all that, those will come out. The 3D model, huh? Thinking of what to do. Do I retire it? Do I retire it? Do I use it in non-streaming content? I don't know. I haven't thought about it like yet. So that's also something I need to consider. Plus, I found ways to make the 2D model CPU slash GPU less CPU GPU intensive. You know, there are ways to go around that. I actually applied that to the 3D model as well because I was afraid of that eating up power at my PC, and you know, OBS hasn't freaking crashed on me yet as a result. Save for that damn time when, you know, when Boss was updating Star Rail while I was playing Hades. I'm still never gonna forgive him for that. Never, ever, ever. Oh my god. I mean, I'm not mad at him like that. Like, I just found it so highly amusing, but at the same time, like, for fuck's sakes, why did you update right in the middle of me streaming? Oh my god. Oh, goodness. Speaking of which... Wait. Depending on how long Blade's banner is going to be... Because from the patterns I'm seeing, the banners last for up until like 3 weeks. That means next month Kafka is gonna come in, and then... I'm trying to calculate when 1.3 will be patched. I believe probably from when Kafka's banner is released. Then and only then, 1.3 is gonna come out. Ah! Oh no, it makes sense now that I guess new patches come out like every 6 weeks. You know, due to the duration of the banner and all that. Unless... Let me see. For 1.0 we had Sailor and Genuine. Then when we upgraded to 1.1 it was just Silver Wolf. I think. And now that we patched into 1.2 we have Blade and Kafka, so... What, are we gonna have a bit of a lull in between 1.2 and 1.3 just like we did with 1.1 and 1.2? I guess we'll see. But if my calculations are correct, by the time 1.3 gets patched, that's already like 6 weeks already. Are we gonna really wait that long? No. I don't mind waiting, but at the same time it's just like... It's just me being impatient. And now that I also think about it, you know, we haven't really talked about this because, well, I don't stream it. But Genshin and Fontaine, had that been implemented already, or probably not yet because we still have the summer event over there too, so probably the next patch will be it. Until then, that too will be a bit of a wait. Ah yes, because there was a glitch/error regarding the Bellabog Museum back in 1.1. They said that'd be patched in 1.2, and therefore the event will be until somewhere next month. So I'm gonna 100% the museum. Like, I already cleared out 2 parts to 100%, but the other 2 I did not due to this glitch. Although I got all the rewards. I got all the rewards out of that event, but I haven't been a completionist in the museum itself. Not in terms of getting the artifacts, but you know, getting people to like see these sections of the museum, and I'm like, okay, it's like 100 now, bye. stretch. It's been a bit. Okay. So in this case, I guess, you know, because I'm taking it easy with my voice and whatnot, I think I'll go ahead and turn in for the night. Thank y'all for tuning into my stream today. By tonight or tomorrow, I should have the rest of my streaming schedule set up for this week. But please be patient with me because number one, I want to find more comfy/chill games to play. But somewhere within this week, we'll definitely hit Honkai Star Rail. Maybe I should just move that to Friday instead or something. I don't know. Like I said, it's a bit of a mess, and I need time to sort out my streaming schedule for this week. But either way, regardless of how my streams will be for the rest of the week, it should be at the same time. I'll be at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Philippine time, and 2 a.m. Central Europe time. And if we're gonna calculate it by Japan time, not just you gaming, but if there are any other people I know who are traveling to Japan, like keep this a note for reference, you know, for future reference. Alright, if it's like 8 a.m., you know, if it would be like 8 a.m. in the Philippines, that means it's gonna be 9 a.m. in Japan. So Japan is basically like 1 hour ahead of Philippine time. So yeah. That said, I am still feeling tired. Like originally we boss and I were supposed to return early yesterday, but because of what happened to Faith and her flight, we wanted to make sure she was safe and settled in the airport. Yeah, we wanted to make sure she was safe and settled in the airport and all that. Especially since, like, even if she got her original flight, she was planning to get snacks anyway to go eat while on the flight and all that. So, you know, we all ate brunch, and then after that, she was getting herself snacks, and then we dropped her off at the airport and all that. Like, yeah, originally we were supposed to return early yesterday, like maybe late afternoon, early evening. But we arrived at around what, 10:30 or so p.m. So yeah, I'm still feeling tired. And of course, apart from me having lost my voice, my body hurts. Especially when I was standing in that mosh pit during the Primals concert on Friday during FanFest. My legs and feet took the brunt of that because of standing so long. More of my feet than my legs. So honestly, I'm gonna use the rest of this night to recover. You know, while I'm off stream, I'll use the rest of this night to recover and prep for my my 2D debut. Especially since I need to check if there's anything missing that I need. But yeah. As a result of this, maybe you know, some people are urging me to rest. I posted a pic earlier today before streaming because it was kind of like in bed, but then Mona came up to me and she like curled up beside me to sleep. Yeah, both the cats have been extra clingy ever since we've gotten back because, you know, we were away for more than a day. And, you know, they won't stop like being by our sides or rubbing like against our legs and stuff, or even meowing at us. So in this case, while I was in bed, she just curled up beside me to sleep, and I'm like, ah shit, I'm stuck. You know, sometimes the cats would just sleep on your legs and stuff too, and it's like, okay, now I'm really stuck. So one of my friends, he was also like, take Mona's advice and rest up. So I think, yeah, it happens. It happens. Like if the cats are like on our chest or on our legs/feet, it's just like, God damn it, cat. I need to get up to do shit. Now you have me stuck over here. And even though she was right beside me, like, she was like near my arm and stuff. So I was just like, God damn it. I'm supposed to prep for streaming. I'm supposed to prep for streaming. Why are you being extra clingy right now? No, I can't blame her for that. Sakura has owned cats for over a decade. Oh yeah, then she'll definitely know what I'm talking about. And it seems like that she did know what I meant when I said making biscuits. Ah, you mean when the cats are kneading? Oh yeah, Mona's the type who between the two, Mona's the one who kneads on blankets often. Like anything soft she finds, she's gonna start kneading. Actually, because of that, I think she taught Squall how to knead blankets as well. Because he's never done that, and now that when Mona's around, he does it a little bit, but he doesn't do it as often as Mona does. So yeah, you know, with the paws pushing motion. Yep, he does this to our blankets. Like anything soft she finds, she'll knead, and I usually notice this when it's our blankets. I think she may knead on other things too, but I haven't been observing much. Like yeah, I haven't been observing much of where she kneads. Like when it comes to like plush blankets especially, she'll definitely start kneading on them. I'm like, I know. Sadly, I'm sad. I had to throw that blanket out because it was coming apart at one of the seams. Like, the blanket had like some sort of, you know, ribbon seam, something attached to it. And it kind of ripped off on one side. I don't know if that's the cause of Mona's kneading or something else, but I'm sad. Because Boss's mom gave that to me as a... Yeah, it wasn't salvageable. Like, it got ripped to one side. I was like, ah shit, I don't know how to sew and all that. Not to mention that when it comes to kneading, of course, like, claws are sharp and may have punctured holes and whatnot. Yeah, it wasn't salvageable. I am sad. Because Boss's mom gave that to me, like, what, 2 years ago? Yeah, like around 2 years ago, because she's always noticed that I get cold every time I visit their place. Because for context, she doesn't like heaters. So every time we visit, even if it's like winter time and all that, it is always cold in the house. So she notices how easily cold I get, so she got me that blanket. So I'm sad. The good thing is I can still find that blanket though, because according to Boss, it's in Costco. So first things first, when it's like fall and winter time here again, I'm gonna buy it. It was like a queen size gray blanket. You know, I like oversized stuff, so she knew I needed this. Well, my parents have at least 3 space heaters, 1 in each room. For us, it's more like humidifiers more than anything, especially since the air is drier over here. And if we don't have humidifiers, our throats will get dry and all that other stuff. I remember what a scare we got from Boss's mom, because they didn't have enough humidifiers at the time, and as a result, like her nose started bleeding and all that. And it happened twice. And now at their place they have at least like maybe, how many humidifiers do they have? I think they have like 3. Maybe like 1 in each room now or something like that. I don't remember. Because I only just recently visited her out of state a couple of days ago, because her birthday was on a weekday this year. So we decided to visit her like maybe like 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks before her birthday on a weekend. So most likely we're gonna visit again next month, because one of Boss's sister's birthdays is coming up in mid-August. And I bet sure she wants to celebrate with the whole family around, because like two of his siblings live where Boss and I are. The other two are out of state with the parents as well, so I think most likely we'll drop by for a visit next month. But there hasn't been like any official plans set yet and all that. At least by then I can confirm how many humidifiers will be in the house so that you would understand how dry the air is here in the West Coast. In the office where Boss and I are, we have two humidifiers. One big one in my part of the office and one small one on his part. So we need to have two. Because we have this temperature, like this thermostat kind of thing that will tell us how much humidity is in the room. If it's below 50, that's when we get on the humidifiers. But even if it's just maybe a little over 50%, we still leave them on anyway because, yeah, no, the Las Vegas heat kind of killed us when we were out last week. So not only did our screaming kill us when it came to like FanFest and all that, but the fluctuating temperatures between like the heat outside and the air conditioners in both the convention center and the hotel rooms, yeah, no, that pretty much killed our throats right now. But yeah, we'll be fine. It's just that when I heard him talk when he entered court virtually earlier this morning, I'm like, ah, God, his voice sounds so shot. It's not even funny. He's totally shot in his voice. I am too. Actually, I think maybe I may have been on the verge of losing it yesterday. So I was like, oh shit, will I be able to recover enough to go stream? Like, go stream today. In a Zatsudan chat and all that. I think for the most part, I am okay. Don't worry about me. I have a lot of throat drops, and I have like what they call throat coat tea. Those are useful for sore throats. Like apart from coat throat tea, we also have ginger tea. Yeah, ginger tea as well. So I am not worried. I just need to conserve my voice from not. You know, when I'm off stream, I really should not talk too much. When off stream, I'll just conserve my voice a bit unless I need to speak up, whether that's to Boss or to other people. Other than that, I will be resting my voice for the rest of today. Get some tea, get some throat drops. I can be able to slowly recover during this week. Yep, same. Oh no, I hope you're feeling better too, gaming, because I know that being outside and then being in an air-conditioned place like your workplace got you sick. So, let's hope you don't get sick again. Yeah. For the rest of tonight, I should conserve my voice and maybe go ahead and have my dinner. I haven't eaten dinner yet. It's already like almost 7:30 over here. So yeah. Alright, for the rest of the week, unless something comes up, the rest of the streams will be at 5 p.m.5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Philippine time, and 2 a.m. Central Europe time. So I don't think I'm gonna raid. Like, voice aside, like I said, my body's been aching and all that. So apart from resting my voice, I need to rest, period. So in that case, I will go ahead and log off for the night. Bye bye. I will see every Fallen tomorrow, so please look forward to it. Good night. Yep. Good night over there. Good night to everyone else, and please stay safe and please stay healthy. And yeah, look forward to the rest of the week.